Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be the slot after you have your break and coffee. Yeah, hopefully you guys are back and refreshed. My name is Adrian Yo. Who you guys can hear me live and clear. We have the slides. First slides. I would like to talk about climate change and how is it affecting us and how we're gonna build a good movement around the world, and especially in Malaysia, and how we can tackle the issue one by one. I'm going to share with you 5 simple steps that I observed from this organization called 350, and hopefully we can take something back today. This is me on Reed Glacier in the corner of Alaska, USA. This is not in the 1700s or 1800s. This is really just not too long ago. And look, where is it now? And yes, glaciers retreating, it's at an alarming rate, at a supersonic speed. What we are saying that glaciers moves about 1 to 2 inches per year. But looking at the pictures now here, this is definitely not 1 or 2 inches a year. This is drastic changes need to be drastic happening today. Global warming, climate change, nothing new, but the question is why? Why are we not taking up arms and march to the streets and demand our Malaysian government or any government in the world to take action right now? What's stopping you and I in taking action, in moving the step forward in protecting our climate, in protecting our planet? And in my days of looking at the solutions and how to build a movement, I bump into our good friend Bill McKibben. This is the man, he's the founder of 350.org. 350, he is also an environmentalist, an author and journalist. He is quoted by the Time magazine, the world's best green journalist. What 350 and Bill is trying to do is that he's trying to build a global grassroots movement to solve the climate crisis. You know, no one single country or single person can solve this issue on their own. You need a global concerted effort, not just rich countries, not just the countries who is being threatened by these issues of climate change. We have countries, island countries around the world, especially in the Pacific Islands, that can be drowned by just a mere sea level rise of just half a meter. Imagine what happened in the tsunami not too long ago. The wave literally swept across Mauritius, and that's how easily one island nation can go disappear when the sea level rise. It's just that simple. So I'm going to show you, before I share with you the 5 simple insights that I got from 350, let me just show you a short video clip which will be played on very soon. And I cue the music.
People around the world are using today as a day of action in fighting climate change.
Hundreds of environment campaigners gathered in Edinburgh today.
D'action mondiale contre le réchauffement climatique.
Mehr als 200 Klimaaktivisten.
Dia de ação mundial para alertar contra as alterações climáticas.
That's 350. This is some of the actions you see was back in 2009. It's a global day of action, introducing the number to the rest of the people. Point number one, what I share with you is, what's the reaction you get from this little shop kit that you get? You get a little bit of hope. You see young people. You see happy faces. You see people wanted to do something. Number one message is that stop repeating the stories of doom and gloom. Stop putting burning forests. Stop putting dying polar bears. Stop putting pictures like we're going to die tomorrow if we don't do anything else for this climate. We have enough issues in our life. We have to look after our finances. We have to look after the security in Malaysia. We have to look after the political situation. We have enough things to bother our mind. Let's put out a more positive, achievable, doable by everyone around the world. That's the first thing one of the first steps that I saw from 350, which is it's make it so simple that people have no reasons not to do it. So stop the negative messaging and try to spin it into more positive, more doable stuff. One of the things that examples in Malaysia is I just came back from a picnic. Pardon my attire. I just came back from meeting a picnic from Rakan KL's and Reclaim Merdeka Park. Instead of telling people, okay, we're gonna lose this building, we're gonna lose that heritage building, let us tell people the beautiful stories, the romantic stories that we're gonna lose, that had been through. The bands that have played their musics in the mushroom hut at Bukit Merdeka there. So tell the stories about romance, tell the stories about positive, tell the story about why we should save or do for a certain cause. Next, point number two. Point number two is to provide a very, very clear target. If you want to move a movement, you want to move a society, you must tell them where the end goal is. And 350 is so clear that they put it the target as their own name title. 350 is 350 parts per million of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. If we were to have more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, today we are reaching 400 parts per million in the atmosphere. That's why we are having all these severe typhoons, Uto. We are having all these severe hurricanes around the world. We are having floods in Malaysia in places where we have not heard before. Who have thought Kajang a few years ago had flood? Who have thought about in Muar Town we have flooding as well? So floods and droughts and extreme weathers are happening in places which we have not seen before, but we are seeing more and more happening around. So in Malaysia, again, I would always like to bring it back to Malaysia. In Malaysia, one good example is Bersih. You know, the color is right, the title is up there, very clear 8 demands. We want a clean and fair elections. Put it so simple, so clear that the first person who want to volunteer and also the leadership, the message is clear, the objective is clear. So that if you're ambiguous, if you do not know where your endpoint is, people will not follow you, people will not have trust you, people will have difficulty joining your movement. So some of the points that not just apply for the climate movement, it can also apply to any movement around the world. The third point that I want to share would be amazing. Be super amazing. In 2009, this is a global day of action. 350 was started by Bill McKibben. He only at the time was helped by 7 college kids. Managed to get 5,200 simultaneous demonstrations in 181 countries all around the world, starting from New Zealand in the first dawn on break until across the world, the other end of Hawaii. So this is how amazing when you put your messaging so clear, when you try to inspire, put in the positive that hey, every one of us can take an action, and it's not that difficult anyway. So 2009, they were amazing. The next year, they top it up. Okay, this is we did something in KLCC. In the next year, in 2010, they made human formations that is visible from space. They want to target not just the cameras in tall buildings. They want to target cameras in satellites hovering, the hundreds of satellites hovering our planet. So this is one of them, featuring the how does the increasing seawater level affects animals, peoples, plants, biodiversities, all alike. And be amazing when you do crazy, out of the world, unthink of things like this, you attract more people into the movement. In Malaysia, a couple of years ago, 2010, for Urbanscapes, I know some of you were there, Project Rumah Angkat. All right, Liu Sing Tat is a curator at the time. He literally built a house, placed it in Sentul, get a bunch of people, carry it into KLPAC. What's the purpose? Well, of course, it's the art installation, but the whole idea of the whole process, it gathered people, young people, old people, not so young, not so old people, in between peoples, all types of, all range of people come out, carry the house, then we ask it, hey, what's your inspiration in that project? Oh, I saw it's only a Melayu thing, in Fumakula, the advertisement, that strongman hit, only the Melayu carry the house, but no, what he proved that it's not so difficult to get all people, all fabric of culture of society to come in, to join in the project and achieve a single goal, which is do something together. It's not that difficult. The fourth point, this is a shout out to Justin Bieber fans. Okay, I'll go to the next slide. The fourth point is we must reach to the unconverted. It's very simple to talk to people who understand our issues. It's very simple to talk to those who are already converted. It's very simple to get the people around you who go to play to the programs or to do things that you do, and your friends around you. But it's so difficult. It's actually not that difficult. But we find it so hard to talk to a stranger or somebody who do not agree with you and try to tell them your ideas. Don't be that. What Bill McKibben and his team in 350 does is they publish an article in August version 2012 in Rolling Stones. The moment they published the article, the whole magazine online, that evening, the editor of Rolling Stones called the office, said, hey, what did you guys write in the article? Even though I feature Justin Bieber as the cover page, your viewership is like 10 times more than him. So until and unless that we try to reach out to those who are not your common group of audience, your common people who usually listens to you, stop going to all the NGO talks and preach to the same people. Go beyond that. Go and touch, this is BonCon, go and touch, some laughing. Go and touch other people who is not in your NGO industry, who is not talking the same language, who do not believe in the same thing, then you may have a chance to build a movement. Then you may have a chance to make the world a better place. Talking about constitution. Any one of you have read the constitution, a Malaysian constitution? Not many. Yeah, there's some hands, but very shy hands. Must be a lawyer. But what Malaysian Bar did in the Constitution Committee, they come up with My Perlembagaan Ku, or English, My Consti. It's putting the Constitution of Malaysia so simple enough, so colorful enough, and produce simple booklets and do road shows around the country. Who would have thought people would actually sit down in the hall for 2 hours and listen to constitutions? But they did it. So it's that mindset that say, hey, nobody can listen to me but cannot but you must try, you must do that. Always bridge that, and of course we must also give credit to Lord Bobo and his MCness to spread this message around as well. The last, the fifth point I would like to share is that points number 1 and 4. Stop the gloom and gloom, provide clear message, be amazing, reach out to the converted, but the final step is you must be able to replicate it. You must be able to guide your volunteers, your movers, your people who wanted to do the same thing as you do. You must give them clear instructions and how to do it. In 350's website, you have everything under the sun that you can think of. You want to organize a fundraising, you want to organize a dinner, you want to organize a movie screening, you want to write a press release, to even how do you want to draw your own logo or alter the logo into become a localized logo. It's all there. So in any movement that you build, in any movement, if you cannot explain it or if you cannot teach a 5-year-old what you are fighting for, then you already failed. You must make that message, make it so duplicable, make it so replicable, make it so easy for people to do it, and then probably you must have you have a chance. What 350 does is that not too long ago, just a couple of months ago, they gathered 500 young people from all around the world and gathered them in Istanbul, where the point where the East, where the Asia meets the Europe, that's the point where the central point that they think that, hey, this is the best place to do it. Let's gather all of them, show them that, hey, we are we are part of the planet and we must do things. And what they do in Global Power Shift is that they go through the point 1 and point 5, teach people how to replicate what they've been doing in campaigns in US, in Europe, and also some of other parts of the world. Teach them, hold their hands, guide them one by one, so that hopefully that eventually when they go back to the home country, they will have their own national power shift. Well, for Malaysia, we will be organizing a Malaysia Power Shift very soon. So go on to the 350 website or Facebook to find out more. There's a half point. The last final point that I wanted to share is that I have 5.5 points, and she signaled me 2 minutes. Good. The final half point is that the final point is that we are all human beings. Yes, we want to save the world. We want to save the animal. We want to save the human rights. We want to save gender equality. We want to give vaccinations to everyone. But the people, the agents, you and I sitting in this room, we are all human beings. We treat everyone equal. How you want to push your volunteers to go out and do, that's how you're going to treat everyone equal. So do not over push your people. Do not give them harsh words. Yes, this is the NGO world, and this is the movement building is not an easy world. But hey, at the end of the day, what we're trying to change is something which is going to affect people. It's human being feelings that we're talking about. So guide them, bring their hands, go all across the journey, and do not leave people all alone. So I think I'm gonna end the slides. So I'm just gonna end. This is a message for young people, which I got from Mr. Kumi Naidu. Kumi Naidu is the executive director for Greenpeace. He told us at the Global Power Shift is that resist the temptation to be the leaders of tomorrow. Do not fall into the trap that you are the leaders of tomorrow. Seize the opportunity to be the leader of today. If the leaders of today are not producing, you guys should step it up and take the leadership off their hands. Thank you so much.